Hello and welcome to another edition of Temple Timeout. I'm Hofsass.
And I'm Vince Coll. Coming up next, we are going to be looking at the women's basketball team, see how they fared against Oregon. And we do know that basketball goes into the postseason, but how about a little gymnastics, because a Temple gymnast is really making her mark with the Owls.
And then we're going to be breaking down the top 10 plays of the men's basketball season, and you're not going to want to miss this week's Player of the Week. All that and more after this timeout.
So starting things off, the women's team did punch their ticket to the NCAA tournament. They took on the 10th seeded Oregon Ducks, and let's just say, Bree, this was the start of a disastrous bracket that I made for the NCAA tournament.
I'm right there with you, Vince, but let's take a look at the highlights from their matchup against the Oregon Ducks. You know, it was a close battle all game, back and forth, but luckily for the Owls, they had Aaliyah Butts, and she could not miss. She led all scorers with 28 points and went 63% from the field and 50% from three. Here you have Fiona Fitzgerald doing her thing with a nice pull-up jumper there. She's just been killing it all season. She had 16 points and 6 assists, but she just couldn't make that game winner drop, and the Owls are going to fall 71-70 to the Oregon Ducks.
Yeah, and now we could even take a look back on this Temple women's season, because although, you know, with that early exit, they had a bunch of records that they broke this year. Look at Fiona Fitzgerald. She is now the all-time assist leader for Temple. She also broke the AAC single-season record for assists. And then you look at Aaliyah Butts, the three-point record for a season for Temple and also her career, and she's only a junior, and we're probably going to talk a little bit more about her later.
All right, now let's take a look at the men. The men, they might not have broken any records this season, but they still had some monstrous plays, and we're going to break down their top 10 plays from this season.
So if we can get this rolling, we're starting off here with the 10th play, and this is someone you didn't expect to see. Here's Josh Brown. Look at that, turning defense into a little bit of offense. He's going to come up, survey the floor, kick it off to Shiz Alston for the deuce. Josh will be back next year. I can't wait.
Let's go with number 9. We have Dan Dingle with a tough bucket here against West Virginia in the NIT tip-off tournament. And really the play in this is the fact that they upset West Virginia and that insane press that they have.
Yeah, super good. And then moving on, we have, this is going to string out a little bit, number 8, Obi Inechione. He's going to slam 2 from Shiz Alston, and give this another look. I'm going to slow it down for you. Right in. Give me that. Yes, sir, that's number 8.
All right, let's take a look at number 7 here. We still have Obi Inechione going up. Oh, not today. But look at that catch from the ref. Here, that's the real play. Watch the ref just catch that ball. One-handed.
And number 6, here is the same game just later on in the game. Look at Alani Moore. This was like his 5th game ever in college. He's going to dish this off, give that right back to him. He's going to drain that. And look, this was the first lead Temple took. They were down by as many as 18 points in this game. They ended up going on and win. As you can see here, look, 0.8 seconds left. They end up winning this game 89-86.
And number 5, we're going to go with a different freshman. We have Damian Moore. Ooh, slam dunk. Look, here's a nice pass from Q Rose. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and I think that this top 4 now, we're starting to really heat up, because we're going to get back into the man, the big number 0, Obi Inechione. Look at this spin move, and woo! Thank you. We're going to run this back, because we're just going to look closely. The ball doesn't look like it goes in, but the ref actually calls a goaltend on the Tulsa defender, so they're going to count that. Either way, that was a huge slam for Obi. Here's another look at it. Give me that.
All right, now let's take it to the AAC tournament with number 3. We have Shiz Alston coming up with the ball, and Q Rose goes right to the hoop. That's where he likes it. Nice pass from Shiz Alston to Q Rose. He just has so much air.
I feel like Q Rose has just been getting up anyway. Whatever. Here's number 2. Shiz Alston. He's like the king of the lob. Another one to Obi. This time, count it with the foul and 1 I'm going to give you another look.
Look at that rim shake.
For real. Shiz Olsen, he's been throwing him up. He's like a quarterback out here.
Now that's actually going to lead us into our number one play of the season.
This is crazy.
You might be getting tired of these alley-oop dunks, but we, sir, are not. Here we have Shiz Olsen again, right to Q Rose. It doesn't look that amazing, but when you slow it down, he's from half court, and he lays it perfectly for Q Rose for the slam dunk. And that's our number one play of the season.
Like we said, like a quarterback, crazy stuff here. And if we could really... So now moving on, we're going to talk a little gymnastics. As we said, Daisy Todd, she's really been in, she recently qualified for the NCAA regional competition, and she's the first player since 2009 of Temple to do that, so definitely pretty big stuff.
And she's also the second Temple gymnast to be selected as a single event specialist on bars. And just look, that dismount was insane. She just is unbelievable to watch. She has been the leader for this team, and she's only a freshman.
Also a freshman, yeah. She's from California, so super big stuff here. And moving on, once we have to get to this every week. Player of the week, Daisy Todd. She was definitely in our consideration here to make this decision, but we're gonna go with who else? Aaliyah Butts, because come on, she saved her career high in points for the NCAA tournament, for goodness sake. 28 points, 12 for 19 shooting. You said it earlier. We're gonna go through her whole highlights for Oregon because one time wasn't enough. We're gonna have to see this again.
And what I really like about Aaliyah Butts is she's been a backbone for this team the entire season. She is confident on the court. She's reliable. You know she's gonna hit those big shots, and she's gonna hit them consistently.
Yeah, and here's also the thing. She leads Temple in three-pointers made in her career, so the most three-pointers made from any Temple women's basketball player, and she still has an entire season to play next year. And coming up, we have, she has a whole nother season to play next year. And this past season, this was the most threes that any Temple women's basketball player has scored in a season.
I'm really excited to see how much better she gets in this next season. That's all we have for this week's segment of Temple Timeout. As always, be sure to follow us at TU_Sports Desk for all things sports around the nest. I'm Bree Hofsass.
And I'm Vince Coll.